Okay. All right. So to start off class today, what I need everybody to do, I need everybody to get out a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. Anything that you can write on, a piece of paper or a pencil. Okay. Now take a look. All right. Let me pull it up real quick. View. All right. Okay, so right now, let me scroll back up. Okay. View, page display, 2-page view. Perfect. Okay, all right, so take a look. What we're gonna take a look right here. Perfect. That's good size. Okay. Now, everybody got their piece of paper, pencil? I don't want you touching your computers, okay? All right. So, the AP Calendar class. Take a look. The AP Calendar class is methods used to calculate information about a calendar, okay? So, you will write two methods of the class. Right now, you are only going to write one, okay? So, take a look at what we have in the class first. So let me expand you guys, make it a little larger. There we go, so you can see everybody. Okay, private static Boolean is leap year. Public static int number of leap years with two parameters. Public static int first day of year. Public static int day of year. Public static int day of week. Okay, and again, there may be variables, constructors not shown, as I told you before. Take a look at part A. Write the method number of leap years, which returns the number of leap years between year 1 and year 2 inclusive. In order to calculate this value, a helper method is provided for you. Is leap year returns true if year is a leap year and false otherwise. Complete the method number of leap years below. You must use is leap year appropriately to receive full credit. You have 5 minutes. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. You have a minute left. Time, pencils down. Okay. All right, so here we go. So what I did, okay, in order, let me see. Is this uploaded? Good, it's done. All right, good. All right, so what I did, let me stop sharing this real quick, is I just made a generic little Eclipse thing that had about everything, okay? So, all right, so here we go. So I have my Eclipse, all right? Okay, so again, the key thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to return the number of years, okay, between the two inclusive, all right? So as you can see, I just made another static little method here. Again, we'll go over static soon, don't worry about it, but right now it's given to you, so don't worry about it. All right, public static int, number of leap years, et cetera, et cetera. So the first thing that I'm going to do, okay, is because I am counting the number of years, I need a counter variable, right? So int years is equal to 0. Then the next thing that I have to do is I have to create a for loop. Now, some of you probably did a while loop, but the best way to do this was a for loop. Nobody should be touching anything. You guys should not be writing anything. Okay. Now, Now I'm looking between year 1 and year 2. So I'm going to say int j equals year 1. I'm going to say j is less than or equal to year 2. J plus plus. Now, okay, within my for loop, I'm going to say if is leap year. Now, again, this is a helper method that said it must be included and it returns a true or false. So if is leap year, and in this case, I'm going to put J because it's going to test the year. So if is leap year J, years plus plus, and then I return the years. That's it. Now, believe it or not, that was 5 points. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is you can pick up your pencil now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the rubric and you're going to self-grade and you're going to be honest. Don't be like, oh, I would give myself that, because again, if you think you would give yourself that, we probably wouldn't give that to you. Okay. So let me pull up the rubric. Where's the grading rubric? I just had it. Is this it? Yes. Okay, here we go. So take a look. Here's the rubric. Okay. So, okay. 1, you get 1 point for initializing a numeric variable. So if you made it and you set it to 0, you get a point. Give yourself a point. Loops through each necessary year in the range. That is where the inclusive comes in. You specifically needed to put less than or equal to. Now, if you just put less than, it doesn't mean that you're going to get the rest of the question wrong. You will just not get that point. Okay. It also needed to be year 1 and year 2. You needed to use a for loop. Number 3, calls on leap year on some valid year in the range. So even if you accidentally did year 2, okay, but the fact that you still called on is leap year within an if statement, okay, you got a point. Even if you messed up and put in the wrong parameter, you still get a point. Okay. Point 4, updates. This is where the count is updated. So if you put year 2, you would get the point for using is leap year, but you would not get the point for the incrementation. Okay. You would not get that point. So if you put count plus plus based on is leap year, if you messed up, do not give yourself that point. And then finally, returns count of leap years. So you got a point just for the return. Believe it or not, this was 5 freaking points, okay? Which is shocking to me. I'm gonna leave this up for a second, okay? But again, 5 points for this, shocking, okay? So that being said, I want a show of hands. Give me one, I'll let you go. Let's get, okay. Now, how many of you guys got 1 or 5 points? Raise your hand. How many of you got a perfect score? Okay. Ashton, Vasily, Ben, and Benny. Nice. Good job. Who got 4? Okay. Armand, what did you do wrong?
I wrote less than.
You wrote less than? Leo, what did you do wrong?
I didn't finish. I have 1 step left.
You didn't get the return?
Yeah, I didn't get return.
Okay. Kennedy, what did you get wrong?
Same thing as Armand.
You missed the you less than or equal to? And it's frustrating too because it's in the question. It specifically says inclusive. And Nicholas.
Same.
Okay.
As Armand.
All right, who got 3? Okay. Allie girl, what did you do wrong? What did you mess up on?
Messed up on the second and third points. So the for loop and then the calling out the leap year.
You call, okay. So you wouldn't have gotten, so if you mess up on, what did you mess up on the is leap year?
I forgot there was parameters.
Ah, okay. So, but okay, theoretically, I think we wouldn't give you the point for the leap year, but because you were incrementing based on the call to it, you would get that point. So is that what you did?
Yes.
Oh, do you understand what I'm saying?
I think so.
So your if statement was if is leap year count plus plus, you just didn't put a parameter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that's right. So we wouldn't give you the point because you forgot the parameter, but the incrementation is happening based on this working correctly. So we would give you the point. Okay.
Okay.
And Isis, so good job, good grading. Okay. And Isis,
I messed up my for loop.
what did you put?
So I did the less than, and then I kind of messed up the parameters too.
Okay. Did you get the incrementation right?
Yeah,
Did you understand what the question was asking?
sort of. I had to read it a little.
Okay. So make sure you take the time to read it. Now, again, I'm putting you under the gun. Remember, you would have gotten 10 minutes to do this first part. Part B is just as easy. Okay. I'm shocked. So, but look at this way. You got Isis 3. The lowest score is 3. You got 4 points. Okay. Some of you are starting off with a 9. Some of you are starting off with an 8. Some of you are starting off with a 7. The fact that nobody got 2s or 1s is a good thing. Okay. That would mean that out of 30 possible more points, you would need just 6 to pass the exam, provided you got at least 20 out of 40 multiple choice questions right. Okay. Now, again, I don't want just passing. I want you guys to do really, really well. Okay. But at the same time, remember that the multiple choice questions are difficult. Okay. And the free response gets progressively difficult. The good thing, it was weird on this year. The second question was just as easy as the first. Okay. Which is what we're going to work on. So you're not going to work on part B. Okay. So for those of you who got a perfect score, great job. Okay. You should feel good about yourself. Okay. That's a great job. For those of you that got 4s and 3s, if you got 4s just by missing literally, like Leo, you probably would have gotten a 5, right? If you would finish the return. So that's a good thing. And then Armand, Kennedy, Nick, the word inclusive is in there specifically. Okay. So just remember, okay, just keep that in mind. All right. So read the whole thing. And if you had questions today, you could have asked me questions.
Can
All
I
right.
ask you now?
Yes.
could you just use year one instead of having J?
No. Because you're destroying the data. You've just destroyed year one. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you would get, so you actually are now at a 3. Because I can show you here on the grading. Let me share this real quick. So you actually, Nick, are at a 3. Because if you take a look right here, 1 point penalty, destruction of persistent data, changing value referenced by the parameter. So you would have lost a point for that. So you would have gotten the regular points that we would have taken away. So you got a 3. Okay. So not smart to do that. Okay. If you can use the parameter and you don't really need to change it, you're cycling through it, just use the parameter. And that's what we did. There was no need to change it. Otherwise, set it to a value, like in the for loop. Okay. So yeah, so Nick, you would have gotten a 3. You would have gotten the penalty for that. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to email you guys something right now. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in breakout rooms. But before I put you in the breakout rooms, I want to explain something. Okay. So I'm sending you the full AP. Okay, you guys are going to be doing question 2. And I'm going to be putting you guys in breakout rooms. Now, this in the AP class, normally, this is like one of the parts that people actually like doing. They really enjoy this part of the AP section. Because what I do is I put them in groups, in breakout groups, and they tend to have a lot of fun with this. They like, they're really cool. Like they like, oh yeah, we can work it out together. Okay, talk amongst each other. This question 2 involves creating a class. The answers are obviously online. Don't look online. You're only harming yourself when you do that. Okay. Now, the other thing is this. Okay. Read the constructor. I have trained you how to deconstruct a constructor, right? I've trained you guys how to do that. Okay. So that being said, excuse me. So that being said, go through, make sure you're talking with your partner. Okay. Figuring out everything that you need to do. Okay. So that being said, also, the other thing, don't assume. Do not, for example, if this question is not asking for construct or like getters or setters, don't give them. Just give what's asked for. Basically, what this is it's a class, and they give you basically starting from the object that's created with the constructor, hint, hint, and they go through and tell you everything that you're going to need. Okay, you're going to talk with your partner. I'm going to put you in breakout rooms right now. Okay, and again, guys, some of you are stronger at this than others. Okay, so you bounce ideas, help other people. Okay, remember, it's almost like a team sport, guys. This is varsity computer science. All right, here we go. So,
General question while you do that. When we have subclasses and super classes going on the AP exam, we put public, right? Because in Eclipse, we just say class.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can say by default, everything's public. So if you just put class, it doesn't hurt to put public, Kennedy, but by default, we already know everything is class. So, all right. And I want you guys talking to each other. It's not be in the breakout room and do it separately, okay? Okay, so I'm sending you all to your rooms and I will be checking in. I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes to work on your own. Again, guys, bounce ideas off each other. This is what this is for, to bounce ideas off each other and just start working with each other. Do we agree on this? Do we agree on this? Divide and conquer. You're not supposed to finish today, but again, do not look online other than just to read the question. Okay, go to all your rooms right now.
So
We're writing the class, right?
You're writing the full class. Now, remember what I've
Oh.
told you in response to this before. Remember what I've told you, that when you're writing the class name, there's a possibility you might get a point just for the class name. Okay. Now, this is
so
definitely something where it's 9 points. Okay. But a lot of them might be all or nothing points. Okay.
so I'm gonna say for 1 point, I think it's public class step tracker. That's a good
Okay.
start.
That's a good start. Okay. And I think you guys know how, and I've already trained you guys how to deconstruct a constructor. Okay. Good.
Do they give us a constructor?
They do. So if you take a look at the question, take a look at question 2. Let me open it up real quick. So when they go to it, it says this statements and expressions. So basically go one by one. Step tracker TR equals new step tracker 100,000. I don't know, but that to me sounds like there's a constructor with a parameter, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you're reading the above two. It says provides a constructor in following methods. So you only have to do those 3 methods, but pay attention to the other variables that are there. Okay.
Yeah. There's like an active, like the amount of days they're active.
Yep. Keep going.
There's probably like is that like a total amount of days?
Keep going. Yep. So that's another thing, is just figuring out how many variables you have. Okay.
Total amount of steps. Because with that, I think then we can, if we use that, then we can only go on to add their daily steps.
Because I mean, average steps, active days, daily steps, and then you have total steps. I mean, you just figure it out. Okay, guys?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Then we just need the 3 things at the top, plus the constructor and everything.
Bingo. Good. I like that you guys are already
Ah.
working. Good. Sorry, guys. Yeah. It's good. Like so far, last class, I could not get them to talk at all. So already I'm 2 for 2 that you guys are working together. This is good. Okay. So do we need a constructor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how we need how I know we need a constructor? Because it says up on the top, the step tracker class provides a constructor in the following method.
Yeah.
So, and you guys already know how to deconstruct constructor. The tricky thing in this one is figuring out how many global variables you need.
Yeah. That's what we're kind of working on.
All right. Good luck, guys. Good. I'm glad to see you guys working together. Good. And again, no rush to solve this. You guys are even going to have 10 minutes tomorrow in class. Okay.
Okay.
After the quiz. So, all right. Oops. Cancel that. I don't want to do that. Make room.
-1.
Get a 1. Didn't see.
How you guys doing? You guys doing good?
I was doing all right.
I'm a little confused.
We're doing part B, just to be clear, right? Marty, we can't hear you.
For you guys. Just a quick question for you guys. So how many total type of methods are you writing?
Just 1.
3. You're,
Is
right,
this,
What?
you're,
we're
right-
doing,
you're writing.
are we doing number 2?
What's
We're
that?
doing part B, right?
Do you read the subject of the email? Question
No.
2.
Oh.
No.
Damn it. Alright. Oh, it is the class. Damn it.
I specifically put it's question 2. Gary Wu did the same thing. All right, so get started on it. Okay, you guys are now a little behind.
Damn it.
So
Good, you guys are talking with each other. Good.
is this, but this is like much longer than the last one, right?
Which one?
The one that we're doing right now too.
Question 2?
Yeah, like it's much more code.
It's a little bit more code, but if you think about it, it's actually like average steps, to add daily steps. It really isn't. Each method isn't that long, if that makes sense to you.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it is.
Yeah, it's just annoying. It's like put it this way, it's like busy work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like you've got the constructor,
Yeah,
you
it's a
know. So the key thing in this one, guys, is figuring out how many global variables do I need. Okay.
I think we need 4, right? We can't hear you.
Hello. Sorry about that. How many was it?
I think we need 4, right?
Very good. All right. So you guys are on the right track. Keep going, guys. I'm glad to see you guys are talking with each other. Keep it up. How are we doing, guys?
Okay, I think we're just starting to understand the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, how many total kind of methods are you writing? Counting the constructor.
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
The key to this one, if you think about it, it really isn't. This is almost like a busy work problem. Okay. Okay. So hold on one second. Make sure, again, guys, constructors, just other hint, constructors are used to initialize global variables. Okay. So even if they're not passed by the constructor or passed into the constructor, doesn't mean you don't initialize them. Don't ever initialize global variables outside. Okay.
Were we supposed to come back if we didn't finish?
Yeah, you're not supposed to finish.
Oh,
I even told you guys, I didn't expect you guys to finish. Okay, so you guys, again, you guys weren't supposed to finish. You weren't expected to finish. Okay. But again, working with a partner helps. How many of you guys felt throwing ideas off each other helped a little bit? Okay, good.
Oh no. Yeah, double X.
Okay, good. All right, so, okay, and again, just for a couple of things real quick, just also a heads up that remember, okay, question 2, Allie and Ashton, okay? All right, so again, stop working on it. This is not homework. You will have a cumulative quiz tomorrow. Now, I started working on a screencast for inheritance, but I kept flubbing my words and I kept getting interrupted. So I will still be working on that to try to get something up, okay? But again, it's probably just gonna be inheritance based and probably just a couple questions, like 2 to 3 questions, okay? So that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I think it's at lunchtime right now, or do you have one more class?
one more.
Okay, one more. All right. Good luck, guys, and I'll have this up so you can, just in case you guys want to review. So good job on the first part today. And again, take a break. Don't do anything till tomorrow. Just review inheritance.